Pretty tight-knit unit, that Fitzroy defence. I mean, they're working really hard every time the ball comes down onto the Fremantle forward line.
Barker receives the kick-off, takes the one bounce, uses the left foot. Primus, good body work, gathers it, gives it to the quicker Bamford. Bamford on. Hawking couldn't quite handle it. Give it back to the runner, and so he does. Two bounces from Bamford. The left foot perfectly placed. Mellington couldn't complete it. Takes it on the bounce. Finds the room. Puts it through. Mellington 4.
I think that's the one they needed, Terry. You can see them all pretty pleased about the way things are panning out now. The 14-minute mark of the last quarter. As you called it earlier, I think they probably doubted themselves at the beginning of this last quarter, but now that they've kicked that one, I think they feel a bit more comfortable. There's a bit of breathing space for them.
Fremantle, the 4 goals in the game leading up to that one. Mellington breaks the ice for the Roys.
They knew it. The sense of relief spilling over on the terraces and on the ground. 14-11, 7-12. Burton goes up, thumps it down. Johnson, the look-away hand pass. Bamford, an exciting young talent. McCarthy had it too long. Man wants to go. He'll be called back. Not his to take. Toya kicks it out wide, intended for Hunter. Twisted away by Malloy, who's been the master there. And the ball run across the boundary line by Leach. The margin was 20 points at quarter time, 28 at the half, 51 at three-quarter time. Thrown in just outside the attacking 50 for the Dockers. Man, only as far as Dwyer. Malloy gets it over the top. Pike, and very steady. Little chip pass across the goal face. Paxman is there. Bandy did well to get it on the ground. Falling to the ground. Paxman back to Pike. Pike involved earlier. Storms around the outer side. Runs past half-back. Kicks towards the wing. Hawking, was he held? Not according to the umpire. Chisholm to Waters. He's forward of the wing. Back come the Dockers. Good kick. This is Man just outside the 50. Involved in an incident with Darren Holmes in the opening term. Forced Holmes from the ground. And Man, that is a big kick. That is a very good kick. It's a goal.
I think Scotty Waters is enjoying his return to this game. He's had 17 kicks to date in his 100th game of AFL footy, and certainly picked out Peter Mann then with that precision kick into the centre-half forward position, and that's an indication of just how strong the breeze is. Mann had no trouble making the distance with that kick from 55-odd metres out.
So Mann's first goal for the afternoon closes the gap to 35. 35 points the margin. Fitzroy working extremely hard in here, but the Dockers not prepared to concede just yet. Toya squeezes one through there. Hunter wheels around on the right as much time as he wants to settle and straighten. He goes for it. He's got it. The Dockers not taking it lying down. The centre bounce ever critical.
We've spoken a fair bit about the strength of this Fitzroy backline today, but when they get first use of the ball out of the centre as a result of Burton's tap out, then it's pretty tough for the defenders to do much about it. So that was certainly the most decisive move forward we've seen from the Fremantle Dockers to date.
Kingsley Hunter, his third straight.
I think Burton struggled a bit with the mobility of Primus, but as the game progresses, maybe the gap will narrow down a bit.
So the two big men are ready to go at it again. Neither a clear hit out. Ball spills towards the wing. Edwards in strong. Dwyer in. Bamford with the space. Dent just keeping the ball in play. Makes ground. Oh, Edwards after play. Edwards bowls him over after the kick had been delivered, so the ball will be relayed all the way to Anthony Mellington. In fact, the umpire being very strong words there to Scotty Edwards. But the ball now with Anthony Mellington. 4 goals, 5 goals.
Terry, the umpires actually reported Edwards for that tackle on Dent. Just advised Dent that the report has been made, and Dent's acknowledged it. So,
and how would that be defined? A striking report?
I think, well, it looked as though the only thing it could have been would have been a striking report.
Amazing. Scott Edwards on report. They got it down under 30, the Dockers, but then gave away the relay free kick. Here's McCarthy, claimed by Mann. That went down solidly. Coming through Johnson, who's been very good this afternoon. Kick it. Had it for a while. Wills hurriedly onto the boot. A very high one down towards half forward. They come from all directions. Waiting down is Rowe. Oh, very wayward kick from Brad Rowe. A little rusty at this level. Out of bounds on the full in the right full forward pocket. But he's been dangerous in this term.
Certainly been the opportunist, Dennis, but he just tried to kick the leather off the footy on that occasion and lost the accuracy.
15-11, 9-12. Fitzroy controlling the game. And now time, their ally as well. Just over 8 minutes remaining. Malloy, it's going to be a long 8 minutes. Back into the air, it falls in front. Bizzotto trying to crash his way through, did very well. Down the boundary line, that will do. The clock does stop at 8:05. Well, what's 8:05 after a year? May 20th, their last victory, round 8 against the Adelaide Crows at Footy Park. And now they're on the verge. Burton gets a free kick, though, against Primus. He's about 60 metres out. The Dockers do have the breeze. It's worth a few. He sets it up very high. Bandy kept out of the contest. Going back, Malloy got a hand to it. That was good enough. Pike grabs it, kicks towards the outer side. Carter leads in the race, and he's been very good. Durkay traps it. Durkay does nicely. O'Reilly slipped over. Slaps it Goldwood in turn. Picked up by Norris, who pokes it inside the 50. Hunter missed it. Rose got it. 35 metres out. Pulls it back. Too much. Behind.
Just under 7.5 minutes left. Malloy, the kick in this time doesn't find Bamford, but Wills couldn't take the mark that perhaps he should have, and Bamford with the opportunity to dive back in there, goes in. There's been a lot to like about Fitzroy's effort today, in particular the performance of many of their young players. Bamford, Nick Carter, Shane Clayton, all have contributed well. John McCarthy in his 150th game. The rookies trying to combine once again. Ron Botus does the right thing to the boundary umpire. 34 points now, Fitzroy. Man down. Waters high. Front position to the Dockers, and the umpire will award one that way. Jared Malloy can't believe it. Big Daniel Bandy. 3 talls, Bandy, Burton and Hines, really haven't had the opportunity to influence this game. In actual fact, still probably haven't.
And Primus has done the majority of the work for Fitzroy too, so he's done a great job today.